Study.com is a very popular college acceleration tool. They are a third-party company that offer college-level classes or courses that you can go take on their website and then transfer those college-level classes or courses to real universities and not have to take those real college-level classes at the university themselves. Now, this is a really popular method of college acceleration, and Study.com has made a huge announcement. They've made a big change. For many years, literally decades, all of their final exams for their classes have been proctored, where basically someone watches you take the exam, or it's recorded and then someone can watch later, and you can't cheat. They want to make sure of that. Well, what they've done is they've just eliminated that. All of their exams are now non-proctored and open book. So you don't have to be perfect in all of your knowledge. You can use your notes and resources as you're taking the exams. Now, this is huge. There are pros and cons to these types of credits in general, but if they are a good fit, they can help you earn your college degree faster and save you money. It just depends on the situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to figure out if this is a good thing for you and your degree, and if it's not, how you can accelerate your degree faster even without these types of credits. And I'm going to walk you through pros and cons to them changing everything to open book and non-proctored. And I'm going to give you 3 clear-cut rules you need to follow if you're using these types of college credits. That way you're not shooting yourself in the foot later, because I see a lot of people abuse tools like these and hurt themselves down the road. If you don't know anything about Study.com, they have this College Saver program. And basically it's a program where you pay $199 a month. You get 2 college classes. Then you can add up to 3 more college level classes for $70 each. So you're taking basically college level classes for like less than $100 per class. And that's a lot cheaper than the few $100s per credit that you see at a normal university. So you can save a lot of money. Everything's self-paced. They offer video-based lessons where you're essentially watching like little 5-minute videos to learn curriculum and material, and you go through them one at a time. You learn what you need to learn, and you do some tasks and assignments, and you take exams, and you get college classes basically under your belt faster and cheaper. Now, the first thing we got to talk about is the pro, and that is that all of a sudden the classes are easier. Like, obviously an open book exam is easier than a non-open book exam. I think the reason they've done this is because Sophia.org has been gaining tons of traction. They charge like $99 a month, unlimited college level classes, everything's open book, and a lot of students are choosing Sophia over Study.com. In my mind, this is their move to be more competitive as Sophia has gained steam. Now, Study.com does have a better reputation than Sophia, and a lot more transfer partners and more colleges accept these credits, but they're not perfect. These credits aren't perfect for every student. Now let's talk about the cons of eliminating proctoring itself. Pro was that it's easier. Well, the con is also that it's easier. And I know that doesn't make a ton of sense, but let me explain. Easier credits are not as valuable. The credit quality goes down. High-level grad programs and solid universities across the country, they're not stupid. They see students earn credits like these and they know, oh, those are all open book and they're not proctored. The credits become less valuable in the eyes of those universities or those grad programs. So there can be an effect. Now, the hope here, Study.com has spent a long time building a strong reputation, and hopefully they can maintain that. So if you need to get into grad programs, things like that down the road, you got to be careful. Another warning with these third-party credits in general, they can also weaken your transcripts if you're going into a field where transcripts are looked at and considered for job positions. You don't want your transcripts to list like, oh, this person finished 3 years of college through Study.com and then a year actually in the school itself. Like, that doesn't look very good. There are lots of fields where transcripts are considered. There are also fields where transcripts are never looked at. So you got to be aware of that. So some things to consider as you're earning these credits. Now, if these types of credits don't work, I'm a huge fan of earning all of your credits through the university. And people think, well, that's not as fast. It actually can be as fast if you know how to do it. And I teach students how to do that all the time. So I'll leave some resource links down below in the video description if you do want to learn more. But you can earn all of your college credits through universities just as quickly. Like I've seen entire bachelor's degrees earned in as little as 3 months by learning the material through these universities, like testing out of classes through these universities. Now, if you are going to use these credits, let's go into 3 rules you must follow if you want to maintain like a solid degree that's going to benefit you for life. Rule number 1, make sure that choosing these types of credits does not bite you later. If you need to get into grad programs down the road, make sure those grad programs actually accept bachelor's degrees with these types of credits. So map it out, figure out what the heck you want to do with your life, and make sure that these types of credits are not going to negatively affect you later. I have students all the time who reach out to me because they got rejected to schools they were trying to get into because they didn't map things out properly. So that's a user error thing. They didn't map it out, and they should have, but they didn't know better. I'm telling you now you know better. Rule number 2, take the appropriate courses that line up with your required courses within the major you've chosen. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do this here in this video. This is really important. If your bachelor's degree requires like an algebra class, you take the algebra class through study.com. They have to match up. Like I've had students reach out to me and say, hey, Ryan, I earned 90 credits through Sophia or study.com. What do I do next? And I'll ask, well, what major are you working towards? I haven't chosen a major yet. That is kind of heartbreaking because they just earned a whole bunch of credits that likely are not going to transfer into the degree they're working on. You have to map it out. Rule number 3, do not let your credits choose your major. Choose your major according to the career that you want. Map out what you want in your future. What do you want to do for a living? And what's the best college degree that's going to open those doors? What a lot of students do, they'll go get as many third-party credits as they can, and then they'll transfer them into majors at schools that accept lots of transfer credits. They'll transfer them all in as electives. They'll just go for the majors that allow the most electives. That forces you into a lesser major that may not open the doors that you want open. So you have to choose your career and then choose the major that's going to open the door. And that's the thing. College acceleration, any student can accelerate college, but you shouldn't follow like a cookie cutter model that people are talking about on Reddit. You need to figure out what you want and then model your college acceleration plan based on your goals and what you actually want to do with your life. If you are going to earn these college credits, now my personal preference is to do everything through the school. And I'll leave a link to a video down below in the description where I teach you how to do that. Let me show you how to map out these types of credits. Choose the university and degree that you want to get. We're going to use Western Governors University as an example. Let's go into business degrees and we'll use a business degree as an example. Let's say we want a business management degree. This is a solid degree. You can transfer in a lot of credits for a degree like this. Well, on WGU's website, they will give you a list wherever you're at on their website. You can scroll to the bottom and open up their course catalog. And in this course catalog, if we open the current edition, what we can see is all the different degrees that they offer and what classes you actually are required to take to get that specific degree. So let's use this business management degree as an example. As we can see, page 66, it's going to show us all the courses required for a business management degree. So let's go to page 66 in this catalog, and boom, right here, this is a list of all the classes you have to take for this particular major. And this includes course codes. Sometimes these course codes really are going to help you map out which third parties you're going to take. It kind of depends on what resources you're using. But this is a list of all the classes you have to take. Wow, like amazing. It's so easy. It took us 10 seconds to map that out. Now let's see which study.com courses are actually going to match up with these. What we're going to do, and most universities have resources like this, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to partners.wgu.edu. This is their WGU's resource where they show you transfer credit equivalencies. You can look up schools by state, but they also have a national agreements list where you can look for like Saylor, Sophia, Straighter Line, study.com. So we're going to use study.com. We're just going to click on it. Super easy. We're going to go into their School of Business, and we'll use this business management degree as an example. And wow, right here you can see all of the WGU classes in this left-hand column, okay? And then on the right, it's all the courses you can take through study.com that will fill the need for this course requirement. So you basically figure out which study.com courses will match up with this, and you take one. And you can even go like hit Reddit or Google and be like, hey, what's the easiest class out of these particular study.com classes, and take the easiest one if you want. But it's really, really easy to map out. Let's use another school as an example. Thomas Edison State University, they're famous for accepting tons of college credits. And then they have what are called their TSEP exams, where you can test out of a lot of the rest of your credits. So this is another school that's popular for this type of acceleration. If we look up degree programs, find your program. If we filter program type, let's look for bachelor's degrees, and let's look for business and management. Let's scroll down and find this general management degree. It's pretty similar to business management, a Bachelor of Science in General Management. If we're on the actual program page, if we scroll down, you're going to see a list right here of all the courses you have to take for this exact degree. Then you're going to just find the equivalent study.com courses that match up with these. And that's how you map out which courses. Now, sometimes, like I showed you the partners page at WGU, sometimes that's really hard to find on some of these school websites. It's okay if you just send them an email and ask them, hey, which study.com courses match up with the courses I need to take? And they will email you back most of the time. I did that with Thomas Edison, and they just sent me a list of quick links that showed me, oh, here are the links that show which study.com courses will map up. Now, in this case, they just took me to study.com's website, which says that they keep up to date with what study.com lists, and that's big. If you go to study.com's website, they have like a partners list on their website, and you can choose a school. Let's choose WGU as the example. And on the WGU page of study.com's website, if you just scroll down, you'll see a list of equivalencies. Now, these equivalencies, you got to be careful. I always try to find equivalencies through the university first, because universities are always changing their degree plans, and they'll be like, hey, here's the required classes for this particular degree, and then they'll just change them. They can make tweaks like that all the time. Whatever I do, I normally will map out credits, make sure they're equivalents, and then you can send your list to the university and be like, hey, I mapped these out. Did I do it right? Do you actually accept these for this particular major? And you'll get a yes or a no. And that's a really, really helpful thing. It's really easy to map this stuff out on your own. Like seriously, you can sit down on the computer and do it in an hour, like for your whole college degree. But remember, customize a college acceleration plan for your specific needs. And don't be that person that goes and earns 3 years of your degree through a third-party company and then does a year at the school. It just looks really bad and it devalues your degree. But if you want to go earn some of the harder classes through an easier resource, a lot of times it can work and you can still reach your goal in the end with these types of credits. You just have to do it right. If you'd like to learn more about my process and how to accelerate these degrees, I'll leave a link to a video down in the video description. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.